The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Saint Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
After Jesus had spoken, the Pharisee invited him to dine at his home. He entered and reclined at table to eat. The Pharisee was amazed to see that he did not observe the prescribed washing before the meal. The Lord said to him, "O you Pharisees, although you cleanse the outside of the cup and the dish, inside you are filled with plunder and evil. You fools! Did not the maker of the outside also make the inside? But as to what is within, give alms, and behold, everything will be clean for you." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Please be seated for the homily.
As we look back the beginnings of your community and in relation to our faith in God and for all as we journey together, there's only one beginning, that is God alone. God is the beginning of everything. And that beginning, my dear brothers and sisters, has brought us here in this moment full of thanksgiving and blessing. For that beginning, God is always there. In the life of Saint Ignatius of Antioch, he was not afraid to face every day the challenges that he would face, the problems that he would encounter, and many hardships that he would endure. He moved forward because God, in the beginning, in every day, always there for him. So, at the end of his life, he was persecuted and executed in a way barbaric because he was fed to the wild beasts. And there he stood bravely in front of his persecutors, knowing that God would save him, may not be physically, but in spirit, that God would resurrect him because of what he stood and what he believed. Now let us ask ourselves, since the beginning, what do we stand for and what we believe? Now that we are moving together and growing older as a community, how far have we become in surrendering ourselves for God's purpose and for God's intention? Yes, we desire blessing, happiness, and joy. But at the other side of it, we are also called to embrace suffering, hardships, and persecutions. For the sake of faith being tested, and for that faith to grow. So, my dear brothers and sisters, as we move forward in this new year of faith for us to make ourselves even better than the beginning. Let us always be reminded that God is always there. And God is the first and always never left behind. So we, as one community, knowing that we will find ourselves in the end under God's glory. Yes, our praises of thanksgiving, our supplications and petitions will end because we find ourselves at peace in God's embrace. So that is the fullness of that oneness with God as we gather together to experience once again God in our midst. So let us continue living and effectively being able to show in ourselves that Jesus truly is alive. For our brothers and sisters in need, for our brothers and sisters needing hope and strength, may we be for them the God they need. So let us bring God and Jesus in us everywhere and to all who desires His presence. So as we continue in serving the Lord in many ways, yes, let us always be ready.